So you all seem to love the natural light, so that's what we're going to do today. Also, why why is this so big? Like, why does it look like I'm about to take a shower? Like, why does this look like I can tuck in my hair and I'm going to take a shower? Sun is going in and out. In and out sounds really good, but sorry, I might be changing my settings over and over, but that last little, I don't even know what that full-on shower cap was, but that would have been way too distracting for me. So we're going to use this cute little one. I think I got this one from Daiso. They have the best ones, so affordable in their shower caps. That's where I buy all of them. That's going to drive me insane. Hold on. Okay, I'm here. Now that's going to bug me. For my last video, I got the Sephora Sun Kit, and I am obsessed with this because it is just so bright. It's screaming, put on your SPF. Do not, like, come on now, look at this neon bag. And it is so, sorry, I'm going to have to be switching it. Okay, we're just going to have to deal with it. It just screams, put on your SPF. And I love trying on all the different ones that I have. And I also put in my other SPF products in there that I've been using. Like my little super goop set that I purchased, and it already comes with one. So let's get into some SPF first. I haven't done any skincare today. Some days I just don't put on any skincare if I know I'm going to use my SPF skincare from that bag. So I'm going to try the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench SPF 45 Hyaluronic Cloud Moisturizer. Here we go. There's also a super small Kiehl serum that is so good that I love. They actually sent me a full size one, and I gave the mini to Glenn because it is that good. Today's video is going to just like talk about motivational things and things I have been doing and things that I want to tell you as a fellow sister, just to like help you, because I feel like I said, this is what my Ask Sisters by Choice little podcast and all that. You guys, my mic is all messed up. And I apologize. I'm not trying to do the episode, but I want to make sure I have proper sound so that I can convert it from a video and also podcast sound, because I know a lot of people just like listening to podcasts. So that's what I'm trying to do. So let me get my life together with the mic and figure it out, because I'm going to have to buy everything brand new, and I need to figure out if I'm just going to buy the same stuff I have or something else. It also comes with a full-size clay skin. With just this and the Super Goop alone in the kit, it already paid off the whole entire kit. So I thought it was a good deal. So let's try this out. There's an SPF 30. I was actually watching someone's video, and she was saying that she used to like complain about the pigment in her lips. And I used to complain too, but I stopped because it changes a lot of lip colors, pinks. It like brings out, you know what I mean? Like it just accentuates her natural lip color. And now she was showing like after pictures of her lips and what her lips like currently, because she did not put SPF on her lips, and she lost so much pigment. So now I'm just like very appreciative of the pigment I have on my lips, and I don't want to lose it. Precisely my brow pencil from Benefit. I will tell you right now, I do not know everything, but I feel like I'm qualified to give certain advice to you. Just because I've gone through so many different things in life, and I have navigated myself to have a healthier mindset. I'm also in therapy, and I feel like I've just learned so much, and I feel like the advice I'm going to give isn't detrimental or toxic to you, because a lot of people don't understand, but a lot of the times when you sometimes hear people only preach positivity, that can also be a little toxic, because when you don't see results, sometimes you feel disappointed, or you're just thinking, how come it's not working for me? And that's why I'm always very realistic. Like, we will continuously learn hard life lessons forever. It will build us stronger, you know, but we're always going to go through hardships. Like, no one has a perfect life. I feel like I keep everything pretty much real with you guys. Like, you know, I don't have a perfect life, but I try my best to be happy and live a fulfilled life and feel very blessed for what I do have, what I get to experience, and, you know, look at the positive side of things. But, you know, not everything can be looked upon as positive at the same time. There's a balance with everything, and everybody goes through different things. But I want to tell you today certain things that you can do on your own that you're capable of to help kind of turn certain aspects of your life around. So one day I wrote down all the things that I personally want to improve. I'm just going to use my brush. Improve. Now, these are things that all take time. There is no miracle equation. Nothing is fixed immediately. But it's also good to physically write, because I feel like all of us are so in tune with our phone, and I feel like maybe some of us are not grasping this concept of how to help ourselves, because we all learn differently. Like, some of us are more audible, visual, physical. We all learn differently. And for me to really connect things, I love writing things down and visually seeing it, and I will not forget it. So I made a list for myself using the one size powder just to set this down, and I wrote down a list of all the things that I just personally wanted to improve. One was my attitude towards things. Like, I wanted to feel more positive, like truly positive, not just pretend like I'm being positive, like truly feel positive. I wanted to help myself with my physical health. I was like, man, I can be much more healthy. Another thing was picking and choosing what I want to participate in. Like, do I want to put my energy into doing these certain activities? Do I not? Like, what am I doing? I need to be more decisive and more careful with where I spend my time and where I spread my energy. I didn't want to say, oh, I need to change my hair, or, oh, I don't like the way my stomach, nothing like that, because we're so beautiful, honestly. Like, we should love ourselves in so many different ways, but don't put yourself down. Like, you are freaking beautiful and amazing. And if you want to make improvements, we all have room for it, but it's a matter of loving yourself throughout everything. And that's, I think, a big point that I want to make, is just make sure that you love yourself before, during, and after. Like, no matter what, we have to love ourselves. We're ourselves. I mean, we're one of a kind. I have Drunk Elephant drops. I have Be Goldie, and I've tried the bronze ones. I have these, and then they sent over the rosy drops. So let's try omega fatty acids with the pink and niacinamide gallic acid. Fortify and glisten. Oh, this is a blush. Okay, let's glisten. Okay, let's glisten. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, it's just like a shimmer. There's like so many of these like on the market. That wasn't me. Where was it? And ooh, I like the way this is just like soaking into the skin. But again, there's also more affordable options. Okay, no, let's be for real. But these feel very nice. I won't lie. I love glow. My hummingbird is literally staring at me. This foundation got a lot of hype. It's either you loved it or you hated it. And it's the Makeup by Mario foundation. I am in the shade 120. I really don't know if this is truly my shade, but I love it. It is so glowy. It just looks so beautiful, and I just put more glow. So now I feel like I'm going to be extra glowy, because this is a foundation where I haven't been setting it. I think it's a good match. This actually has like an olive undertone. Whoops, I didn't put my earring on correct. Like an olive undertone, but I feel like it's okay for me. Like, I can get away with it. I got a little friend. We got Henry right here. I want you to write down how you want to change yourself, how you want to think, how you want to act, just like behave in general, how you want to be treated, just all these things. And when you look at that big picture, I'm telling you, there's like some things that will just pop up. And a lot of things, like for me personally, was more, well, actually it was two main things. My main thing was I need to truly love myself all over again. And also I need to not act like disgruntled or upset or stressed out or have anxiety due to other factors that I cannot control. So that was like a huge one for me, because you deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to live a happy life. And this is regardless of our hardships, because yeah, we have a lot of hardships, but shit, we got to turn some stuff around that we can work on, right? That we can actually change, because we can go through a lot of BS, right? But what about like in your daily life where you're just like brushing your teeth? Do you ever just feel like that doom, right? Or you just feel like, damn, I just feel like shit. No, we have to flip that around, because we have to fulfill our days. We have to bring that happiness back, okay? We deserve it. Also, that day I wrote down like what hobbies I want to get involved in, like what things I want to learn. Like for me, I've got involved more with the gym. Sigma came out with a new cool neutrals palette, and I'm not a cool neutral person, but when I saw it, I said, ooh, maybe I am. Maybe I am. This is what it's looking like. Very nice colors. Like, very stunning. I already love some, some basics. You guys, I already told you, here's a double-ended brush. You will never get like a crazy makeup look from me unless like I really let you know. I want to do some fun stuff though for summer. We're going to go into Superior, which is a brown. And I wrote down things like I want to be consistent in the gym. And another one that is like, I don't know about that color. Another one is I want to learn how to speak Spanish. Like all these different things, not just, oh, I want to change the way my body looks. It's just like it's like mind and body, but then also just like hobbies and where you're placing yourself in your life. So for me, I wanted to go to the gym more, which I am doing, and I want to learn how to speak Spanish. I'm honestly very disappointed. I don't know. And I don't want to put blame on anything, but I will say, like, since I was raised by my grandparents, my grandmother came from a time where when she came back from Acapulco, she was born in the States, and then raised in Acapulco, but when she came back, when she became an orphan, she came on her own, and she came from a time where it's like, don't speak Spanish. So growing up, like, she would always say, like, everybody has to know how to speak English. And I think it's because of her upbringing and what everybody would tell her, like, don't speak Spanish, like, you have to learn English. So that's kind of like, the time that she came from. But now it's like so vital to learn Spanish. And I honestly wish I knew how to speak Spanish. Like, I've been learning little by little. I actually understand like a good amount. It honestly depends on the person and how fast they speak, but I can put phrases together a lot. I feel like I do know like a good amount where I'm not like completely just feeling stupid, but I'll get into that in another video. But the way that I say words, to me, it's just like very embarrassing. And it sucks too, because that's another thing. You shouldn't care what other people think, and they shouldn't judge you because you're trying to learn something. But it's like so easy for people to judge too, and I already know like people will get on me like the way I sound because I want to do a video trying to speak Spanish. Like the other day I was trying to practice a phrase saying, and this is just because I'm putting myself out there and I don't give a damn if someone's going to make fun of me. At least I'm trying to learn, like I said, what did I say? Mi día fue muy largo, pero muy bueno, right? Like my day was very long, but it was good. Mi día, hold on, let me try to say it a little, because I was thinking about it. Mi día fue muy largo. I can't roll my R's. It's very hard. I've tried. There's like different like little drills or whatever I have to do. Pero muy bien. See? And like the other day we went to a Mexican restaurant. We're like, not a restaurant, like a taco spot that's like a restaurant / takeout. And they were like speaking to us in Spanish, and I was just so nervous to say like un taco de carne asada. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just felt so dumb. So it's like getting that courage. But then that's another thing. I want to work on that. Just being more courageous in that sense. So it's just like all these things, right? I just made a whole list, and I've been going through my list and just reviewing it to make sure that I truly like practice what I can control and what I want to do in my life, right? Because it is our one life. We cannot live through other people. Like if we live through everybody else's opinions, like at the end of your life, who did you live for? For all these other people that don't even give a damn in the end, okay? That's not what we're not going to do. Or that's what we're not going to do. So I'm going to go into Burst. It looks like a yellow-green. I love these shades. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Trust me, there's been a lot of times where since I physically wrote that down, and like stupid crap happens all the time in our daily. Like why would I let those little things get to me? I can't control that, and I can't control other people. My whole thing is I really need to get over that I cannot control other people's mindsets, thinking, actions, all that. Everybody has their own story, and this is something that my therapist has truly drilled into me. This green is absolutely stunning, even with like this little small shader brush it comes with. So nice. I feel like I'm going to actually enjoy my first cool palette. I've literally checked myself, like, why am I getting so upset over this little thing? Like, let's be for real. Like, there's, obviously we all have to give ourselves grace, and we can be upset in certain moments, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, well, it could be worse. It could be worse. That's also like a toxic type of thinking, because that's like that's also ignoring your own feelings. Like you also need to justify how you feel in the moment. And that is definitely okay. And for me, I have an issue with sometimes like, oh my gosh, like I feel so dumb feeling like this because someone has it way worse. But again, I have to justify my own feelings. I can't just undermine how I truly feel. But but then you also have to have some common sense. Like, am I really upset over, I don't know, let's just make something up. Like the Sprite soda in the machine is flat. So now I need to pick another one. You know what I mean? Like little things like, it's like, who cares? But also just having a balance because you don't want to be upset over every little thing because all that balls up into something big at the end of the day and you just feel like super crappy. Try my best to think as positive as I can. But I'm also very realistic too. But if there's like a problem and I know that I could solve it, then I need to do something about it. I can't just be complaining about a situation and not do anything about it and just keep complaining and complaining. It's like, obviously what I'm doing is not working, so let's switch her up. Okay? So I'll be like in the moment I think about like what I wrote, like don't get upset or have an attitude when little small things happen, right? That don't go my way. And because I wrote that and I'm like thinking about it, yeah, it just rolls right off and I continue my day. And I feel better about it because I'm not letting all these little things get to me. You see what I'm saying? So like, we deserve peace and we can control certain things. So I won't even lie. When the Makeup by Mario collection came out, like when he first dropped his very first launch and it was just in Sephora's, I returned the eyeshadow palette and a couple other things. One thing I didn't return was the eyeliner because I felt so guilty returning so much. But if I wasn't about it at that time, I just didn't want to keep it, like why? But now I've been so into brown liners and I'm trying it. Like it has a brush at the other end. Honestly, I probably should have washed it, but I really like it now and I'm glad I didn't return it. I think because I was just like in my eyeliner era. So I was looking at this like, why'd I buy this pencil? But now I'm like literally obsessed and I wish all brushes were at the end of eyeliners, like at least for brown ones because I'm biased. But just to give like that smoky effect because see, look, I even messed up right there and I can just smoke it out and it doesn't even have to be perfect. Honestly, one of the main things was also being selfish with myself to a healthy point. Obviously, we have responsibilities and things we need to get done in our life. Like, hello, let's be real. We can't just say, well, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. But at the same time, you have to focus on yourself where if I don't want to talk to you, I'm not going to talk to you. If I don't want to answer this text, I'm not going to answer this text. And one thing everybody has to get over, and one thing that I've realized is people need to respect people's decisions. Because a lot of the times we take things personally. And I remember so many times I would think like, well, why isn't this person answering me? Or why isn't this person want to go here? Or why did they respond? And it's like, it's none of my damn business, honestly. Like, however someone wants to move, that's how they're going to move. And obviously there's a reason for it. And we have to respect that people aren't going to certain things or responding or whatever for a certain reason. Like, we don't know what happened within their week. We don't know what they're going through. And when it comes down to ourselves, we wouldn't want someone questioning us when we're kind of like in this weird, kind of funk maybe. Or maybe you're just having such a good day that you're like, you know what, I can't really answer right now because I'm kind of busy, like focusing on myself and doing my own thing. And that's okay. Like, people need to stop taking things personally. And I also feel like a lot of people feel that you need to answer them right away. And that's just not life too, like people are really used to just wanting that satisfaction or wanting that answer right away. Well, why aren't they answering? Why? It's like, well, people have things going on. Like I said, we just have to realize that. And that's one thing that's really helped me so much is not feeling guilty when I don't answer, when I don't attend, when I don't do certain things. Some stuff I felt guilty, no lie. Like you kind of contemplate and you're like, man, do I feel like an a-hole for doing this? But that's because our minds have been trained that we just have to like always be on top of it, always have to answer. No, we don't, and then that's when we create this pressure. Like, why are we creating pressure? We need to create pressure for ourselves. Okay? We need to create pressure for ourselves. Like, you have to go eat lunch. You got to go fix your toes, whether you get them done or do them yourself. You need to go put on that mask and just sit down and relax and breathe for a second. That's what we need to do. I just feel like so many people take things personally, and I definitely have been one of those people. Like I said, this is one of the biggest lessons I've learned, is to not take things personally and to realize everybody just is going to react different. And it's helped me so much. So now I don't take things personal. I don't second guess. I'm not sitting there like pondering like, well, what are they thinking about? Or what is happening? Or is something wrong? Or did I do something? No, that's just what it is. After a while, when you start getting like the same response by someone constantly, then I can understand when you're like, all right, like this is kind of strange, or I'm going to take a step back. Yeah. But if someone is usually, you know, always answers or whatever, and maybe this is just like that 1 or 2 times, just relax. It's not a big deal. I know a lot of people have been wondering like, oh, what happened with your birth father and all that? And here's like a perfect example. Like, I didn't answer him because I didn't feel like it, like in text. And I told him like, I'm busy. Like, I'm working, I'm getting my schedule together. Like, I have so much going on. I don't have time to answer the phone, like, randomly when you call. Maybe, like, I was in the middle of something. Because I'm someone where I will drop everything for someone, even if I'm busy and I'm doing something. And I've always been that way. And now, my thinking is completely different. Now, I'm on my own schedule, working on my own time. So if I'm in the middle of something, I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to feel guilty because I have to do what I have to do. Now, this may not pertain to everybody because maybe there's some people who are already, like exemplifying this behavior where they're like, yeah, I don't have time for you, which is great. But for me personally, I've had like the hardest time doing it. Do you ever just like feel so guilty where you're just like, damn, because you're like the one, like the go-to, or you always like, I can do it. That's what my issue is, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But now I'm like living for myself, and I think it is so amazing. Like when you finally realize I'm living for myself, obviously there's lines, like you have responsibilities, but at the same time, like you're on your own timeline. Benefit sent over their Bang waterproof mascara. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes with my favorite curler, Laura Mercier. I should probably clean it, but it's okay. But yeah, he like text messaged me and he said, hey, like, sorry if I said something wrong or if I said something to upset you. It's because I didn't answer him, and he called back maybe like 10 minutes later, and I was like, okay, if it was emergency, I would have gone like a voicemail, a text message like, hey, call me ASAP, something. But I also think, and not to feel like, and again, I don't feel bad saying this, is I probably wouldn't be like the number one person he would like go run to. Like he has his wife or other people that he's been close with all these years that I haven't talked to him. That I'm like, okay, if it really was something that I really needed to know, then I'm sure he would have said like a voicemail really quick, like, hey, this emergency, call me back. But I didn't get that. And then I got the text saying like, sorry if like I upset you, and hopefully I didn't say the wrong thing. And I literally just called him back, went on my time, and I was like, no, you didn't say anything wrong. I'm just busy. I just have work. I'm in the middle of my stuff, and I don't want to get distracted. That's one thing I've been so good at, is like, being on social media. And also if you're not on social media like yourself, I feel like a lot of us are so stuck in our phone. Like when someone texts, like you answer right away. You're always at other people's schedule too. And now, like the other day, I said, starting tomorrow, which I did, I'm not going to answer anybody's text, and I'm going to answer them when I can. And some people I haven't answered yet, but it's just because I've had so much going on, not just with myself, but other things that I don't have to explain, that it was kind of crazy week. And yeah, I want to focus on my own work and what I have to do, because I have so many responsibilities. I'm not talking about everybody else, but for my own self, I feel that responsibility, like I have to be there, I have to answer, I have to do this. Let me know down below if you relate. Or let me know down below if you used to be this way and now you're just, oh, my timeline, okay? And that's how I am right now. This is so nice because I've never had great lashes. Another thing that I've been doing is just getting rid of things that do not serve me, not just people, okay? Because yeah, sometimes I just can't with people. I really cannot. But I'm talking about things that I'm just like hoarding in my room. Like I just got rid of stuff and I donated stuff, and it just feels so much more light because you just like accumulate so much stuff. I still have a lot of shit. I won't even lie. I need to get rid of it. I like taking a sponge and just kind of sculpting right there. Just a little. I love this foundation. It's just so nice and glowy. I'm gonna bring down a little down my neck. Let's match. Like, I don't know if these are true blushes or if it gives you like a rosy tint, but it says 4 to 5 plus blush. So let's see. Oh, it might just be a little pink one. And I don't know if you use it on top of makeup or what. Okay, it seems a little bit more thick. Shake before use. Dab a tiny bit of Eau Gloss onto cheeks or anywhere you would like to add warm, natural looking flush, a peachy pink color. I don't know because usually I put on my corrector, this Huda one I've been using. Oh my gosh, it is so damn good. It feels like a serum when it goes on. I use this on my other Get Ready. It is so nice and thin and it actually works for me. Huda Beauty powders have just been locking in my makeup as well, just doing me so good. But yeah, clean up your space, get rid of things you don't need, get rid of clutter, all of that. I'm telling you, once you like alleviate stuff, you just feel so much lighter. You just see it and you're like, damn, why didn't I get rid of that sooner? But it's okay. It's okay. You're going to do it now. So I'm going to place some in the back of my hand, this blush right here. It is more thick. As you can see, it's not completely going down. So let's just try it out. Okay. This little brush was actually from last time. And let's see what it looks like on my skin tone just alone. Okay, if you are a deeper skin tone, you're going to have to use a regular blush and put this on top maybe or mix it. But I'm trying to see how this is skincare if I already have like layers. You know what I mean? Like I have my foundation on. Like this looks beautiful. It's very, very natural. And I'm sure people are like, yes, I wish you would do your blush like this more often. But I like a very intense cheek, okay? But this is really pretty. This feels so hydrating though. That's one thing I will say. You know, this is going to be good for no makeup when you don't wear foundation. This is when you should use it. Yeah, I don't want to waste it. So the next time, let's do a no makeup look. How about that? Like a summer no makeup look. Like you want to look glowy, put together, but you know you have no time for foundation, but you have time for some concealer, a little glow and flush. So now I'm just going to go into concealer. I'm using Tarte in medium. I still like this concealer. I feel like this is legit the only product keeping the brand alive. No offense. Like, I haven't really found any standout products from them or anything that does stand out. Let me know if I'm wrong because I'm always up for, you know, trying new stuff. I kind of just let that sit too. So let me go into my brow fluff. Fluff Up Brow Wax. This one is really good. Just when you want a more natural brow and you don't want to add any more tints. I just wanted my pencil. I just fluff it up. I can't wait to get my brows laminated. I really need to make an appointment. ASAP. It's going to be my first time. I'll definitely vlog it all. I just need to find a time when I'm going to do it because I'm going to do a lash lift too to try. And another thing is like, I also wrote down like things I want to change. Like say for instance, if you catch yourself always wearing like the same thing over and over, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I also find it's almost like a pattern. Like for me, I used to love to dress up and like wear different dresses and all that. And just finally, until recently, I was like, I need to switch up my wardrobe. Like, I can't just be wearing my same, like, you know, the traveling pants or whatever, sister, the traveling pants. I have a sisterhood of the, well, it's just me, but sisterhood of the traveling dress. I make like a joke. And I'm like so proud of that dress because it's literally been everywhere. Like Costa Rica, Thailand, all of that. Like here, like it's been in Tahiti, Florida. Like that dress has been everywhere, but at the same time, like I wear it even just like on regular days, weekly at my house, and I'm surprised it's literally not a string. So I told myself I have to start like dressing up again, like feeling good, changing up my hair, curling my hair, all that. And I have been feeling amazing. Like I get ready for the day, like how I like to get ready and how I used to. And I'm like, damn, why did I stop this? But again, everything takes time because I was not in the mindset saying, ooh, let me dress up today when I'm like going through all this like hardship, you know, like that's like the last thing on your mind, but that's okay. Baby steps. We will eventually get there and there's nothing wrong with it. Look how good that color corrector is. Darkness wear. Darkness wear. Finally does something. Like the first corrector to not crease on me, to not look crazy, to not add like an extra layer and just like It actually brightens. Oh, I love it. It is so good. I finally found like the perfect shade, pink pomelo. Would have never guessed I would pick like a more pink one. So that's another thing maybe you can think of, like, hey, I need to just like kind of switch up my hair, or hey, like now it's time to like do my roots, or maybe just do one full color so I don't have to bother with it, because I didn't do my hair for a really long time. And again, it was just because it wasn't on my list. But now that I did it, I feel like refreshed and revived. And now that I've been like getting more ready for myself, not to impress other people, this is all for myself, like to feel good about myself. I'm like, damn, I just feel ready for the day. So I just feel amazing. So everything that I do within the day, I feel so good. Like I'm ready, I'm set. And other days I think about it, I'm like, and there's nothing wrong with sweatpant outfits. I love a good sweatpant outfit. I have plenty. But sometimes you just got to switch it up, you know? Make another day feel a little bit more special for yourself. If you're in Target in your dress, who cares? Because people will look like, where do you think you're going? Why do you think you have an opinion and that it matters right now? You know? So if you want to wear that dress in Target, wear it. Twirl, okay? Twirl down the aisles. Even the aisle you're not even going to buy it. You don't even have to buy anything. Go twirl in Target. Go twirl in Target. TT, twirl in Target. Okay? TIT, twirl in Target. TIT. That's what we're doing. Huda Beauty powder in banana bread, because it has just been locking me in and setting. I think it just goes so well together. Helps brighten. Obsessed. We all have to take and give ourselves grace, and also just think about self-care that we can do for ourselves, because we deserve it. If you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be resting, I shouldn't be treating myself, you are wrong. And treating yourself doesn't mean like you have to go buy something. Treat yourself to your own peace. Go to the park. It is free. Grab a blanket from your house. I'm sure you have a blanket or wherever, okay? Whatever blanket you have. Go sit down in the park and just listen to nature. Have your water on you, your juice, whatever drink you like, your favorite lemonade, and just take a moment to take your life in, okay? Do a lot of reflection too. You can do, this is when you can also do reflection. I don't know what I'm blending. That blush is like gone. Just take the time for yourself. You need it. You're like an octopus, like going all over for everybody else. Have you taken the time to figure out, what am I going to do? What am I going to change to move forward? What can I do to help myself? And although we may say that you're married or you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, you can only depend on them so much, because we're our own person. And also, let's be real, sometimes we don't always want to listen to our partner, or we may not agree, and that's okay, because we're all different people. We complement each other in different ways, but we also have to learn how to think and make moves for ourselves, which I am all about. I always say, we all, like, even though you're married or whatever, you always have to have your own life. It is so important. And that doesn't mean like, oh, what's mine is mine, and I'm going to do it. No, it's a partnership, you know? So you bring something else to the table, they bring something else to the table, but you have to have balance. You cannot always just depend on that one partner. No, you have to think for yourself. You have to literally brainstorm for yourself. And in the end, you're going to feel so proud too, because you're accomplishing something. Okay? And the one thing that I always say is, it feels so good when you truly earn something. And you can earn it as a partnership, but also when you just do something on your own. It doesn't have to even be huge. Like I said, just like little things where you can say, damn, I did that. And then it also gives you the confidence to accomplish other things by yourself. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't need you. I don't need your help. I don't need your opinion. No, it's not that. It has nothing to do with that, because I feel like a lot of people go to extremes. Well, it's because you didn't do this, or you didn't help me. No, it's like all on you. And that's when you're just like, I did that from A to Z. I completed that circle. So I get a round of applause. Okay? Okay. Notice this wipe off some excess. I'm going to wipe it on my pants. Don't act like you don't do it either. And I'm going to take a liner, lip liner. So people wanted to know if I have lip filler. I don't have lip filler. I've gotten like comments like around different platforms. I only did lip filler one time, and that was over 2 years. Now it's coming up like 2 years and maybe like 3 months, or so. It's a long time ago. So I'm naturally full lips. As you can see, my right side right here, you probably might not know, but it's like a little bit smaller than this side. I just use a lip liner because someone said, did you get lip filler? No. I tried a lip flip. I don't think I would do it because I can't whistle to my birds. Because it's like, you can't really drink from a straw. You're like, yeah, if you know, you know. Oh, what shade is this? Up and Down Tan. And I'm just going to fill my lips. And I go like a little bit over. Because someone was asking, like, your lips look so full. Did you get them done? I'm like, no. Just lip liner. And then I'll show you. I think I showed it in my last video, but maybe not just alone. So let me show you alone. So this is the Anastasia shade Crush. I know I showed it to you guys last time, but I think because it's so matte and it just fills in lines too, that it looks like I have lip filler. See? But I still have my lines and all that, like, but it just fills in really nicely. But I don't. It's just, I just line a little over my lips. And then I just kind of go over again. My brush that I use to clean up my wing and just kind of go a little right here. Just to make sure it's like not smeared or too faded. It's more defined right there and right here. And that's what I've been doing. You can see that blush, right? Like it looks nice. It's just very natural. I'm just not used to like a more natural cheek. So we're going to keep it how it is. Then I've been using this Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist before I set the rest of my face. My main takeaway is just focus on you. Obviously, people have different situations and all that. People may have kids. So you're like, well, I can't just focus on myself. I'm the one who has the kids. But say if your kids are younger, you know, whenever, even if they have like their nap time or whatever, take that time to do something for yourself. There's always time. Like there has to be some sort of time. It's not like it's 24 hours. You know, you can still find that gap. I always say that. Even when they go to bed, take that time right when they go to bed. Or just anything, even just little moments. And I know, like I said, it's easier said than done, but you can find it. If you can find the time to watch Netflix or lots of episodes or shows or whatever, you have the time to do that. Because sometimes we also have to check ourselves and realize like we have to stop certain habits. Sorry, I was picking my nose, but it is what it is. But yeah, just certain things like that, just you have to take the time. I've been selfish with myself. For my own point, I'm going to talk about my own stuff. I've been selfish. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. If I don't want to answer, I'm not going to answer. You know, everybody has to respect everybody's lives. And I think that's like a whole huge thing I have learned, like I said. And I've been living a much more fulfilled life. There's no more like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry for living life. Sorry that you got busy. Sorry that you had things going on. Why are you apologizing? People should just understand. And if people don't understand, then rock, paper, scissors. I don't know where I was going with that. I really don't know. Like you need to just cut them out, you know, little by little, or just explain to them like, hey, I had things going on. Like, sorry, I actually had something that was happening, but you don't have to explain what it was. That's another thing is like, I feel like we over apologize and over explain like, oh my gosh, I had this and this and that and this and it's like, it's okay. You don't have to explain it. And you don't have to feel pressure. Like if someone was like, well, what happened? Well, I honestly don't feel like talking about it right now. I don't feel comfortable. I just want to just keep it to myself and it's already passed. And then if people are offended, then you should feel offended. It's like, oh, well, what right do you have to tap into my own personal life? Like, I don't have to tell you everything. And that's another thing. I feel like a lot of people feel very entitled to be inside someone's life when you share a little bit. It's like, you just have to respect when people want to share stuff, they're going to share stuff. If they don't want to share stuff, they don't want to share stuff. Point blank, period. Okay? Okay. Well, this is the final look. What do you think? I don't think I'm going to set my face because I love the glow. I'm going to start doing more affordable makeup. I know this video too is like showing more high-end makeup, but a lot of stuff is actually worth it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Like, what are you working on? What you feel comfortable with sharing, you know, but I think or like what advice? I just think it's just so important to take time to yourself, evaluate the things you just want to change, like write it down. Doesn't mean that you're going to accomplish all of them right away, but just so you can really visually see like, what should I work on? Because like I said, like, I keep telling myself, come on, work on your Spanish. I have, like, workbooks, flashcards, and everything. I am very, very upset I haven't gone in. Like I said, in January, I was going to start. I really haven't started too much. I have, like, workbooks and everything that I bought. Now I'm kind of switching my schedule where I know where I'm going to start to fit it in. And I'll eventually get there, you know? I'll eventually get there. And I know people are like, oh, there's not enough hours in a day. We can find that time. Like I said, you can make it work. Might not be every day, but you can make it work. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Mwah. Whoop. Live your best life.